Hello everyone, and welcome back. I'm Count Christo, and this is the Roman Reclamation campaign. In the last episode, we suffered some slight, massive death because of this plague that's been spreading through, which spurred me to go and look at some of the event files about the plague, which I have done. I'm going to share one of them with you now. It should work. Let's see if I can bring this up. There we go. Alright, so this is the event file that contains all of the wonderful code which controls, or at least some of the wonderful code, which controls all the different plague events that you can get. And here's the quarantine one that I was wondering about, what it actually does last time, because it says will reduce the plague spread by a random amount. And I do now understand how much it's going to reduce it by. I also understand why they can't just tell you, because it's more complicated than it looks. So, don't worry, we'll get back into the game very briefly. We're not going to do loads of coding and stuff. But I think this is quite interesting. So, it has a chance, and you can see the chance percentages over here for what it will apply, what variable it will apply on the amount of death that the plague is going to cause. There's a 5% chance if you do. This is the less harsh version. This is the I don't know where you see the name. Yeah, take quarantine measures rather than the kill anyone leaving the province option. 5% chance it gives a 50% reduction to plague death. 10% chance it gives a 0.7% reduction to plague death. And that would be a 30% reduction because it's multiplying the amount of deaths by 0.7. And then there's a 5% chance it does nothing at all. And then if we look instead at the more harsh quarantine down here, there's a 5% chance it reduces the plague damage by 70%, which is really quite impressive. Sorry, not necessarily the plague damage, plague strength. I don't understand and won't try and understand now, don't worry, precisely how plague strength relates to damage, but I have to imagine there's a, fairly linear relation with the two, between the two. If the plague is twice as strong, I have to imagine it's going to cause about twice as much damage. And in this one, there's no chance it's going to do nothing. So essentially, all the being more intense does is it changes these numbers here into these numbers here if you're less harsh. So it looks like a pretty significant gain. So if you just look at the average one, like most of the median result, about 15% reduction in plague damage from that one, about a 25% reduction in plague damage from that one. Anyway, let's transition back, get back into the game, close that. Not going to change any of the code in that file. Certainly don't trust myself enough to be fiddling around with the plague coding. Alright, let's first off remove this song, because that's a traditional song. One of the cool new songs. Okay, right, back to it. Now we understand the plague. Understanding your enemy. So what's the Sun Tzu? I always get his name wrong. I think it's Sun Tzu, something like that. The guy that wrote The Art of War. Foreign drill instructor. Well, we don't have the money right now, even though it looks like we do. So, no, sorry. We're in debt. The plague. Another one. There's something else I don't understand. Where is this? Irakio? Matters a lot less what we do down here, because it's only a mild plague and, increases plague damage in your provinces by 70%. I wonder if these events stack. Now that would be a much more tricky one to understand. I'll go and look for I won't go and look, I think I'll just not. But there'll be a clear flag plague reduction line somewhere. Anyway, yeah, we're not going to quarantine down here. It's already mild. It's already spread to most of our provinces, and it can't spread to the same province twice, so I don't think it really matters what we do down there. Once you become a big sprawling empire, you get the Plague Appears event popping up all over the freaking place. Of course, if you could stack those reductions... Oh god, then I'd have to try and figure out if they're applied multiplicatively or additively. Oh god. The maths. Time for that claim on Crimea. Ideal. Okay, well, it looks like the plague death, I believe, is applied all at once when the plague spreads to a province, rather than over time. So, knowing that it hasn't yet fired the event saying a certain amount of your population has died to the plague, you're going to lose stability, it's not going to do that in the future, I believe. I've been burned by declaring wars when I had rebellion going to start up here before, though. So I think we are going to wait. It's only 0.6 left that we have to burn off. The plague does actually reduce unrest. Not by a huge amount. Oh, wait, doesn't it? Did that change? Huh, interesting. More autonomy in the area. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh god. Harsh province trauma in this area. Mild here. Yeah, fair enough. It's a pretty nasty amount of province trauma being caused there because of the plague causing it, and it increases the risk of famine. Please don't start famine. It's only 2 provinces with the trauma. We should be okay. If a famine starts anywhere, it's more likely to be up here. Austria and Bohemia look like they're taking this plague particularly hard. Yeah, devastating plague here. Terrible plague here. That's something I'd like to know. I wonder what those names, you know, devastating plague, mild plague, I wonder what they actually mean. Trade protection against Naples. Hunt down the privateers that threaten our trade. I'm tempted to make them sincerely regret giving me that CB. I mean, they only have, not many combat-ready ships. They do, of course, have Venice on their side, but Venice is not having a great time recently. I have to imagine their forced religious conversion didn't help. We could do a trade war against Naples right now. They're rich. They're in a good node. We wouldn't want to transfer trade power from them, but we could certainly take some cash. Yes, I think war with Naples would be doable. It also might be the thing that finally encourages me. Oh, we're under 25 power projection. Unacceptable. We have a truce though. We can't do much to increase. Oh right, it's because we took away the privateers. Well, that's fine. That's a very temporary problem. Right. Hey, Naples. Blockade ports. Seems good. Let's see what we can do to hunt down their trade fleet right at the beginning. Nice, got some of them here. We will let them loot, because we don't want the ticking war exhaustion. And some more of the Nepalese fleet down here. They do have a general. It's a little worrying, but mostly just galleys and transports here. Reinforcements are in, but no, we crushed them. Nice. Now we've caught up on Diplotech. Our naval morale has caught up, so even if our ships haven't been upgraded, and some of them have, remember, these Crayers are the new brand, I think. Is that right? No, the Caravels are the new ones. Okay, so we got, what is it, 5 new Caravels, I think? A Doe Raider. Where the heck did we get that from? I guess we captured it off the Mamluks. It sounds kind of Mamlukian, that name. Okay, so some early victories against their navy. Ideal. We don't need to bother blockading their important areas. I think we'll just stick around here. We'll send some of the ships back for repairs. Unlikely to be able to get war reparations from Venice. I don't think we can actually blockade Venice at the moment. Oh no! Mamluks are no longer a valid rival. We are growing out of control at the moment. Well, that means very temporarily we're going to get 25... Wait, not enough rivals? No, okay, good. It took that away again. We are now the 7th rank great power though, so that's getting up there. So we can't get above 25 power projection until either we meet Ming and rival them, or we become the most populous nation in the world after the impact of... Oh, the Renaissance has fired. The Renaissance, excuse me, has fired. We should look into where that started in a second. Or we outpop Ming, which is going to take a while. We might have to unify most of Europe before we can pull that off. We'll get there, though. We'll get there. The other thing we could do is go and lower Ming's population with some serious looting and causing huge famines and things. Which I know I take slightly too much pleasure in doing. But it is quite satisfying to be able to truly decimate your enemies. Drive them before you hear the cries of their women, etc., etc. However the rest of that quote goes. Right, could pay off a first loan, so let's do so. As I'm sure I've mentioned before, it doesn't actually mean you pay less interest. For some reason in EU4, I guess just because it'd be too hard to calculate otherwise. Ooh, we're just really misunderstood. Excuse me? The rule of an ambitious and early modern state, it's hard to be friends with everyone. In his personal correspondence with the rulers of neighbouring states, Ionis hopes to improve our standing in the world little by little. We're just misunderstood. Eritrea and the White Horde. Don't mind our imminent territorial invasions. coming for your land and our current holdings of your, you know, largest city. We're just misunderstood. Really, really misunderstood. How are we doing on aggressive expansion over here, actually? Maybe taking... yeah, we might struggle to be able to take too much land up here without causing problems. Though, of course, the lack of cultural ties and religious ties between the Mamluks and the Georgians and Trebizondes will substantially reduce the amount of aggressive expansion they get. I was considering integrating Serbia. Wow, they have a level 3... Sorry, a 3-star general. I kind of don't want to integrate them anymore. I want to use that general for good. Kosovo could be tempting. We could feed Kosovo to Serbia. Q comment shitstorm. But, yeah, that seems doable. And they're allied to Vidin, who we want to take out as well. Could feed the whole area to Serbia. Get a nice free cause on it. Yeah, that seems good, actually. I'm tempted to go and do that now. Although we're teetering on the financial edge right now. Let's get this war with Naples done first. I guess I might as well. Annex subjects inspired. It's just making me Jones for some more. Alright, yeah. Let's do Dobrozhia now. Or rather next. Scootage on so they don't get called into our next war. And then we'll feed Serbia a bit more before we integrate them. Do not put anything. Who's our other vassal? Oh yeah, Circassia. Who we're not going to integrate anytime soon. Yeah, with their... Oh, they actually do finally have a building, and it's one of the worst buildings in the game. I know I was talking about how these are useful. They are, don't get me wrong, but they're also one of the worst buildings in the game. In terms of their usefulness. Might as well establish a few more blockades, although we should leave a slightly more sizable contingent down here in case they decide to get uppity and dare leave that port. What are you doing? Interesting decision. Some trade ships, no less. Fantastic. Some serious financial damage will inflict here, and these guys have been lured out of port by the fact we're no longer sieging them. Where are you going? The Ionian Islands. Interesting. And then to the Peloponnese coast. Let's slow things down here. Where are you going? Are you going to try and blockade me? That's an interesting line. We're just taking a very circuitous route home. But we caught them. Fantastic. Do some more damage here. I do think naval battles cause significantly less war exhaustion. Yeah, which makes sense. Not least because they often result in far fewer casualties. Got them here as well. Nice. Not letting them rally up. I'm going to try and go for this guy, but he's almost certainly going to duck into the port before we reach him. Nope, he's just dumb, apparently. Okay. Oh, and the Venetian fleet venturing out as well. Foolishness. A Queen of the People. Can't afford it right now, I'm afraid. What's your name? Alexandria, which is, I think it's kind of the same name in different languages, I think. Caught them. Venetians as well. Excellent. Some transport ships. You're going to come land, try and retake Crete. Not today. Let's repair the damaged ships. Love that you can automate that now. Just press that button and they go repair and then come back once they're all done. It's excellent. Yeah. We do... How are we going to get another leader slot? Because we're not going to get 25 power projection. Not anytime soon. I mean, there's obviously the option of a idea group. The thing is, the leader-related idea group, I'd want to get his leadership ideas. Oh, it does give you... Good, it does give you leaders without upkeep. Which would be nice. Isn't there a government rank granting military leader thing? Got base value of 1. What is our government rank right now, anyway? We are an empire. Yeah, no, it gives diplomats. Okay. An international influence. Maybe significant. Once we get up to 1,800 pop, maybe that gives an extra guy. Yeah. Unfortunate. I do want to have two leaders. We could, of course, just spend the military points, which we're not desperately short on right now, but it just feels inefficient. Let's get some extra blockades done. Slightly, very slightly increase their war exhaustion from blockades. We actually outnumber them? Nice. And they will have raised their state levies too, so the fact that we still outnumber them is pretty impressive. Oh, they actually do have some land here. Here, Venice, or all subjects in fact. Go on siege, we can have them take this land for us. Just because Dobrogea is on scutage doesn't mean they're not in this war. Where are you headed? Wrong way, dude. Oh, hello. The Venetians have arrived. Let's mobilise the forces then. We can't take this land in this war, but we can kill off their armies to cause war exhaustion. Let's go sit here so we're not taking attrition while we get our morale back. Oh. Good timing. Venetians helping the Nepalese out with some of their rebels. Oh, here comes the full Neapolitan force. We'll send over our full troops then. Don't want to take any unnecessary casualties. In which case, let's have the vassals go supportive. I'd love to be able to use that Serbian general to my own ends to fight these guys off. Interesting. I wonder if they have military access through Hungary. They have conditional access to us, so yes, they do have access to Hungary. Darn. So we can't sneak in here and cut them off. These are woods, so we would get a bonus from the terrain if we were to engage them there. They'd probably run away if I came too close. We'll see. Though, maybe not. Maybe if we engage these Venetians, they'll come help. No. Our morale is looking bad. Oh, because we didn't let it fully recover. That could be a problem. I thought it showed full morale. It must have just been very foolish. If we could win this before they arrive, that would be really nice. We do have a number of days. I think we definitely will. Come on, please. Yes, good. That will increase our morale a bit, because winning battles gives you extra morale. And the Serbian general is here now. But we've got such low morale. Morale damage, though, based on max morale. So we're still inflicting heavy morale damage. Oh, it's going to be close. That was a bad roll. Ooh, the Dobrogeian reinforcements might swing it in our favour. Yes, we won. They retreated, I think. I don't think they hit minimum morale. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Let's, I don't think I'm going to bother sieging them down. I think I'll just have the... Oh, I don't need to do that. We will just switch the subjects onto aggressive. Have them do some sieges for us. Our guys should fall back to some higher supply areas. Belgrade's presumably fairly high. Yeah. Oh, unless they're retreating to just here. But I doubt that. It's only 3 provinces away. I don't think we can press for the stack wipe. So let's see how much war score we can get against Venice through blockades. Oh, hello. And killing some more of their fleet, apparently. Hey, Venice. 17, wow. I bet we could take war reps off them then. If we just got a little bit more in the way of war score. Let's keep the blockades up down here for now, I think. The Neapolitan fleet been foolish enough to leave port yet? No, sadly. Oh, we're actually going to go into debt. Even more? Yeah, the reinforcement costs aren't great. I think we will take a pretense of a loan from the burghers. You guys returning home. Cool, they finished repairing then. Excellent. Yeah, that Serbian general. What's his name? We should honour him. Todor. Todor carried the day. In fact, here, yeah, let's rename this province to Todor. Can't rename it because I don't own it. Shame. I won't remember. I would say, you know, I'll try and remember to rename it once we own it, but I won't. Good, just into the green again. Getting more war score against Serbia, Venice, with these sieges. Or at least this one, once we pull it off. Finally caught over here, excellent. Is this all one state? No, it's 2, because Trebizond's a different state, okay. Fair enough. Let's speed things up, I think things are under control. Serbian army may well get wiped out when the Venetians come back, but it doesn't bother me much, really. What was it, like -6 on the Venetian reasons to accept peace? -10 or so. So we can wait a bit. With the forts that we have in this area, I think I'm happy to pull back and continue drilling. We'll be fine coming back to the front if need be, when they rear their ugly heads again. So I don't think you understand how sieges work. You're not really helping with this. Oh, they're retreating. I imagine that means they know the AI is coming. I think that is one of the things the AI... Oh, hello. Yeah, maybe don't drill. Interesting. They took the long way around through Hungary, looks like. Well, I think we're going to be able to make them dearly regret that. They're marching into plains. They do have more maneuver than me, but there's actually no river crossing between here and here, despite what appearances might tell you. Yeah, that was a mistake. There goes the truce with a retina. So do we go with them first, or Trebizond? Not Trebizond, excuse me. Theodoro. Probably Theodoro, because our aggressive expansion with the Muslims could do with some more ticking away. Surely we're going to crush them here. There we go. Nice roll. Our general's actually better. Fantastic. No stack white, but they might be far enough away that we're going to get a free one. No. More monasticism. You guessed it. Do not permit anything. Oh, yeah. The Venetians have come, so they're going to put the hurt on the Serbians. Oh, no, they got away. Well, let's see if we can piece out the Venetians now. Still no. -10. Alright, let's go stack wipe their army, see how they feel about it then. I have kind of inadvertently adopted these 20 stacks. I really don't want to, though. The supply limit makes them very inefficient. They're trying to run, are they? I could always just chase them home. Yeah, that'll make them peace out. Let's chase them all the way back to Venice. And then they'll peace out with the occupied provinces modifier. I really like that they stayed orthodox. Really, that's the shortest route? Okay. Ooh, caught some of them. The Ragusans. Cool. They are reinforcing in. That strikes me as questionable. Oh, these are the Sienese. Are they? They're a separate war person, aren't they? We could go. I said let them loot, didn't I? We could go and loot down this area now. I think I'd rather save the manpower for use in the Anatolian area, though. Let's just go get that siege done. I'd love to stack wipe Venice, pump up their war exhaustion. You guys can keep drilling. They're asking for peace, which we will give them the second that Venice hands over their cash. What are you doing? You're going to attack me in the mountains? That seems inadvisable. They are going to arrive after us, right? 6th, 4th? Yeah. Well, I mean, it seems dumb. Maybe they didn't have vision on us, actually. Yeah, that would make sense. They might well not have vision on us here. Fair enough. I withdraw my objection. Alright, Venice. You're going to be ready to peace out now. Yeah. Occupied and besieged all the way up to 37. Crazy. Very little cash on them right now, actually. We did cause some pretty serious problems. Break your alliance with Naples. I want to be able to have some separate trade wars. Now the exiled troops can just return home. And we will move to blockade Naples, and then we'll peace them out too. Take their cash. Gimme. Not much cash on them either. Possibly because they've spent a lot of it. Nice. Free prestige for making them cancel cause. Absolutely no gain to me, but free prestige and hurts Naples. Sounds good. Nice. So, yeah, not much cash on them right now, but I imagine their war operations over time will be not bad. Yeah, 1.5 a month. Pretty good. Spoils of war. Sure, put 1 ducat into the court. I never checked whether we were making more money privateering all in Egypt or split. Let's do that now. You guys can go to Egypt. These guys can just return and do some more of their good old drilling. And I think we can pay off the other loan. Yes, indeed. Fantastic. Up to 12 positive income, though quite a substantial amount of that is coming from war reparations. War reparations, excuse me. Maybe a quick war against Kosovo? while we're in the region. That seems good. Yeah, let's do that. Just a real quick, just with one of the armies. We'll split it. Deal with these guys. Kosovo does have a good leader, so let's get, which is this one? This one, kill. Nicholas. Okay, nice. Oh, right, we can get another claim against Golden Horde. Do I need another one? Don't really think I do, actually. So we can recall him. Let's put one of our guys on subject countries. Okay, as soon as this guy arrives over here, we'll start the war with Kosovo. Full call these guys. And, in fact, actually, sorry, of course that hadn't occurred to me. Even if we can't take the land for Serbia in the war, we can always just grant it to them after the war. They'd accept vassalization. I have a different idea. You have only one ally, and no one else is going to get called in by any other way. Full call, declare. Let's go. And march in there the second the war starts. We'll leave these guys drilling, just keep the army professionalism ticking up. Looting policy, restrict it. This is an area that we do not want to cause trauma to for fear of famine. How is the trauma down here? It's gone down to limited and mild. Good. And the plague itself has cleared. Population's rising again. Okay, let's get in place to just rapidly siege this area down. Don't think we'll worry about really min-maxing attrition. Oh, another reform, really. Institute Reichsregiment. I guess that's like an official army of the HRE. Nope, it's consolidating the diet and reducing legislative complexity. Fair enough. They're getting close to some serious reforms here. How is the Reformation desire? It's about 60 years off when it normally starts. It's up 10% since we last checked. I don't feel bad about tagging around and checking that. It doesn't feel like cheating because it's something that should be publicly known. Like, not only Catholics know when there's desire for reformation in the church. You could just ask. Like, hey, people of Belgrade, how do you feel? The Academy. I want to take this right now? I think I do. Another state. Interesting decision. I think it's, well, I mean, down here is a pretty good choice. It's very autonomous, though. Does being part of a state increase conversion strength? I don't think. Can I see that by hovering here? No. I can't make it part of a state and then revoke it because it's always going to be controlled by an estate. So you basically cannot revoke states in M&T. If anyone does know a strategy for revoking states, by the way, I'd love to hear it. Because I think that's more or less a bug. Just based on the fact that everywhere was always controlled by an estate in M&T and not taking into account, or maybe knowing but not being able to fix, for whatever reason, the fact that you can't revoke the territories. This is a big area down here. But then, this area is all coastal. It's all, it's a bit urbanized. And then, of course, the other option is Bulgaria, because it would help it start culture converting. It can't culture convert until it's stated. No longer separatism, so the culture conversion could start right now. It is inland, though. Less prosperous. Tricky one. Over here is the other option, but I think we've already considered and dismissed that. There's not enough urbanization in this region. Theodoro, another very sensible possibility. Some urbanized, well, not a huge amount of urbanization over here, actually. A decent amount in what I think of as the province of Theodoro itself, Trebizond, but I keep calling them Theodoro and Trebizond interchangeably. I'm sorry. This is Trebizond. This is Theodoro. I'll try not to get them mixed up. Down here, not much of a case for that one, I don't think. Here is the long-term choice, but we could always just put our next state here. I think it's the Peloponnese area. There's a third as many people living down here. No? No, there isn't. There's only like 60% or so. It's already got the low autonomy. And we've already... Okay, that's a good point, actually. We've already got the cause down here. So we really ought to state this area. Yeah, let's do that. Cool. Instantly bringing the autonomy in some of these places down to 0. Fantastic. Yeah, I think it's a good way to do it. You know, we're not flush for admin points right now, so we can't really afford to spend extra when we don't need to. I know this episode's going long, by the way. I just want to really finish this war before I go and have lunch. So we'll let that finish. I think we will give all the land to Serbia. Much as they're not our biggest fans. Oh, actually they are. They love us now, apparently. Excellent. Royal marriage is helping out. Trust is helping out. Cool. Start diversing their trade again, then. You guys go and help out with the siege. Not that they're likely to help very much. Might give a very slight extra outnumber penalty or something like that. Poor government policies. Ah. Are we earning enough per month? Well, actually, we might be able to end this war. Alright, count the months. Do not let 3 monthly ticks happen before we click this button. Alright, there goes the siege of Kosovo. But we also need the siege up here. Are you a siege leader? Yes, he is. And he brings in the extra cannon. 1. We mustn't let this happen, because if we lose stability right now... Okay, good. You get separate peace, and we can separate peace them. Good. And let's check. Can we give it to Serbia in the peace deal? We can. Excellent. And it still costs the same number of Diplo points. Yeah, this is a separate piece. I've forgotten about that. We'll take it for ourselves and then grant it to Serbia, because that will cause lower liberty desire for the Serbians. Nice. 200 ducats. That can pay for this. And Kosovo, you're going to get the same treatment. Full annexation. And another nice little chunk of cash off them. Excellent. Sure, expand the theme system. Whatever. And you guys can go home. New national decision? Expand the theme system again? Pardon? Is it bugged? Might be bugged. That's frustrating. Oh well. Roman imperialism against Hungary and Rimi. And now, congratulations, Serbia. You are the proud new owner of one Kosovo. I don't want to core it. Same with all this area. And this one. What's it called? Yeah, that's the one. Ideal. Okay, well, with the Serbian puppet state expanded, the economy stabilized and loans paid off, and the plague having passed over, I'm going to call this an episode here. In the next one, I swear, this time for real, we're going to go to war with Trebizond, and possibly also a Retna. That might take a couple of episodes. Seizing this land back from Georgia could be good. In fact, actually, I hadn't considered that. We might be able to threaten war against the Germanids. We actually don't have a claim here? Okay, we should definitely try and work on getting a claim here. Maybe we're going to threaten war on them, because it's only one province we want from them. I don't really want to have to fight them for all this area. Although, they do have this other Orthodox land, so we may want to take this too. Anyhow, either way, we'll find out in the next episode. Till then, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.